Inchai Comic Guy here with another Comicsgate unboxing, and today we have a book from the Red Gaze. And I've actually been waiting for this book for quite a while, but I'll be honest, I can't actually remember what's in it. This is one of the fun things about Comicsgate. You buy a book, and it's so long before you actually receive it in the mail, but by the time it gets here, it's a surprise, because you can't remember what you ordered. This is, though, a thick book. You can look at that. That's 2 inches tall right there. So that is one hefty size package. So let's go ahead and whip out our handy dandy razor blade and let's see what's in here. Now this was very well sealed. I mean, there is tape and there's more tape across the entire thing. I'm actually curious if I can open this up from just one side. Yes, I can. Now this is some epic level boxing that actually took place inside this comic. All right, nothing else left in there, so we'll put that off to the side. We got bubble wrap. Wow, that was loud. We have bubble wrap. So we got some stuff that we can snap and pop later. We have I believe this is an art book. Let's go ahead and let's cut that loose and see what we have to see. This is very well connected. Is it taped? Yeah, this was taped. Okay, so once again, epic level taping occurred on this particular package. So everything is nice and safe and bubbled. We have tension sheets from Red Dwarf to entertain us for quite some time. We'll put that off to the side and take a look at this one. Once again, tape. Oh, this one's actually coming loose pretty easily. All right, there we go. And unlike other Comicsgate books, this is different. And now I'm remembering what this is. This is SunSworn. And SunSworn is an actual full-on novel that was written. SunSworn is not just some comic book, but it did come with some comic book addendums to it, given that it came through the Comicsgate movement. And rip that open. And let's see what we've got here. We've got our SunSworn posters. Ooh, that's a nice poster right there. I like that one the best. And we've got a SunSworn kind of comic thing going on here with some cards and other SunSworn material. All right. So what I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do is I'm going to pause our wee little video here, go take a look at the contents contained herein, and come back with an initial review. Now, obviously, the book is not something I'm going to be able to review tonight. I mean, that's gonna... Look at that. That's some reading right there. But I will be able to go ahead and talk about the Comicsgate styled addendums that came with this. So we'll go ahead and pause the video now, and in a moment you'll see a transition to a whole new world. Well, now that I've actually had an opportunity to actually get everything unboxed and take a look at everything contained therein, I gotta say, there is a lot here, and this is a rather unique product in the fact that it is a Comicsgate book that is, in fact, a full-blown novel. And that, I think this is actually the only one we have in the entire Comicsgate world that is a novel first, and the comic book content comes in a distant second. So if you want something with a good story, I would hope that this would be it, because that's the merits it's selling itself on. So let's take a look at all the materials that came in it. We've got, of course, this postcard for SunSworn. We got what looks like this little holographic Tron-styled circuit board access card. It's a vanity product, but, you know, it's there, and that's kind of interesting. You've got this SunSworn, card with the power information. You notice it's the power ratings that are on the old Marvel Flare card. So that's interesting. You've got here strength, durability, intelligence, speed, fighting ability, and stream awareness. Okay, so it's a little bit different. So we've got that for SunSworn. We have, of course, the business card for our dear friends over at Red Gaze. And you can check out their YouTube, of course. Just search for Red Gaze on YouTube. You'll find them. I'm going to put this here for the minute. No, I won't, because I got to pick that up in a moment. We got 2 stickers. We've got this big sticker, which is basically just, you know, the cover artwork as a sticker. And we've got this Compendium sticker that goes with it. This one's kind of got like this little kind of holographic sheen to it. You can pick that up. The normal sticker does not. So I'm going to put those on top of there for a moment. We've got a bookmark because it's a book. So of course there would be a bookmark that comes with your SunSworn book. Why wouldn't there be? And you can see the cover is on the other side of the bookmark. Put that there for the moment. We have these plates here. These like posters. And each one of these, oh, nudge the camera. You know, I used to stop an entire video for nudging the camera, and now I just can't bring myself to give a darn. One of these is probably going to end up being the cover of this entire video. These look really good. These are, I mean, this is obviously the cover. This is the Compendium. I like them. Then we have the Compendium itself, and this is our truly Comicsgate-centric book here, because this is designed like a comic book. It shows you the different aspects of the universe that you're delving into. So we've got a lot of production artwork, we've got sketches, we got samples of different characters that are featured inside of the novel. We got our bad guys, we got our good guys, and this gives you just a wonderful look at what this book is about and the characters contained therein. Even got an idea what the spaceships look like, so that's really cool. I don't want to spoil everything in that because obviously people bought that for a reason, the collectible aspect. But this is the first time I've actually seen a full-blown novel combined with a Comicsgate book, and it's not really a comic book, of course. This is, you know, a production book for all intent and purpose. This is an example of the artwork that you would get when this thing becomes a full-blown comic book, but you don't have to wait for the story. You got this book. And I'm actually going to do a reading from this book. So I'm just going to open this up to some random page. Trip was submerged in the river of vibrant color, caught by the current, unable to gain control. It was pulling him down. Colors faded as he descended, slowly turning to shades of gray. He thrashed, fighting against the flow, fiercely trying to swim back up, but the current was too strong. He was losing, plunging into the cold black. Something gripped his wrist then and stopped him from sinking further. The mysterious force tugged him back out of the gray and back to the colorful shallow. Trip saw his rescuer and swelled with joy. Okay, so that's a sample of, you know, a paragraph from the book to give you an idea of the writing contained therein. I don't know who these characters are, but I'm sure I'll find out when I read it. It seems a bit unfair to go full-blown Comicsgate review on this because, you know, again, I got to read the book, and that's going to take me a while. This is not going to be 20 minutes of reading, you know, like I get with a normal graphic novel. So I'm going to have to dive into this and come back and give this a full-blown inch-high novel review. But despite that, let's go ahead and review what materials we do have. First off, let's talk about packaging. This came in a 2-inch thick, sturdy box with everything bagged, and in addition to being bagged, everything was packed with bubble wrap to make sure that nothing got damaged or destroyed and everything came in pristine condition. So I'm actually going to go ahead and give the packaging a 3 out of 5. There's nothing collectible really about the packaging itself, but it did make sure that everything was safe, and this would be the equivalent of a Gemini mailer for a full-blown novel. The cover artwork for the visual companion is actually really good. I like the design, I like the character. You got that strong anime feel to the whole thing. And the main cover of the book looks pretty good too, although clearly done in a different art style. If the visual companion was actually a comic book, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. Of course, this isn't actually a comic book, so the praise for the cover would actually go to this book over here. And this book, I would have to give that a 3 out of 5. Good glory shot, we get an idea of magic, we get an idea of energy swords. There's not the sci-fi aspect, save for the starfield in the background, but you do get that kind of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe kind of feel from this cover, and I think that's exactly what Steve Lee was going for. The artwork, of course, is what we would get inside the visual compendium. And again, the artwork, we have designs for all the characters, the spaceships, the anime aspect of it. So I would give the artwork on the compendium, since it's multiple artists and multiple different styles, I'd have to go ahead and give this a 3 out of 5 as far as the interior artwork is concerned. The coloring is very, very purple. I'm not sure why everything is very purple, but it is very, very bisexual as far as the lighting is concerned. At the same time, I'm not sure if that really does count. But if we're going to judge it by the colors, which is mostly the colors that we get inside of the compendium and inside, or excuse me, not inside, but outside on the cover, see those are some really good pictures. Those are nice. I would have to give the coloring, again, it's really hard to say since we're so limited, but I'd give it 3 out of 5. The lettering doesn't really matter, so we're not even going to count that. And this brings us to the writing. And I'm afraid that the writing is the one thing that I don't know about yet. So before I can give this thing a proper final score, I'm going to have to take this novel, sit down, actually read through the whole thing, and come back and give you a book review instead of a comic review. So that might take a little while. So we'll consider these the preliminary numbers on Steve Lee's SunSworn novel and visual companion compendium to his wonderful Comicsgate campaign, and I will come back with a finalized review in the coming weeks after I've had a chance to read his book. Looking forward to it, Steve, and I hope that I am just blown away by your story. With that said, this is Inchai Comic Guy reminding you to like and subscribe and do all those YouTube things. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I am on Gab, although I don't want to be. I'm on Minds, where I'm very much enjoying myself. I'm on Twitter until they throw me off. And of course, here on YouTube. You all go have yourself a wonderful week, and I will talk to you next time.